Meredith Burt. I use any pronouns. So my parents came to Beacon to get married because they wanted to find something Christian-ish that would make my grandparents happy. And they really liked all the youth programs, so I grew up going to all the different youth programs. I remember doing it in elementary school, liking to go to the church services and be part of the music stuff. And then in middle school I did like all our whole lives and building bridges. And I met a lot of people my age through those programs that I'm still friends with. And I got to visit a bunch of different religious congregations, which was super cool. That's something I'll always remember. That was fun, actually. I really enjoyed it. My group was great. And now I lead the youth group, which is all high schooler age kids, which is awesome. We play lots of games, talk about things. And so like a lot of people I've just met, but also a lot of people in the youth group I've kind of grown up with here at the church. So this year I'm one of the co-leaders of the youth group, so I plan and lead all the youth group meetings, and I've also been helping out a lot at church services that involve youth, speaking, helping out Tuli when she needs it. I'm always like, for the seasonal thing, she always has me lighting the candles and doing one of the directions at every service because she always needs someone. So that's what I've been doing this year. I really liked having a consistent community that I can come to every week and share how I'm feeling and just have fun with, be able to build relationships and meet people with a lot of different interesting life stories. And this year especially, I've actually met a lot more of the adults in the community as I started to participate more in services. It's been cool to kind of learn about their life stories, and there's a lot of people with different backgrounds from all over the world and everything, so that's very cool. So yeah, in youth group we do a lot. We do what are called touch groups, which is we have small group discussions with a couple kids and usually like one or two adult advisors. And it's really nice to be able to like share what's going on with your life and share what's stressing you and like your joys and your sorrows for the week with the group, and people ask you questions about it, and like both the advisors and the youth are very good because the youth, it's like you're getting to have a deep emotional connection with someone your age, which doesn't always happen in like a school setting where it's a little bit more casual. With the advisors, they bring like their life experience to the table, and they're a little bit older and wiser than the rest of us, so they always give really good advice, and they treat you as an equal, which is really nice from adults because you don't always get that. We've actually been doing a lot this year in youth group. We've been playing a lot of games that we used to play in like elementary school. Like we've been kind of having a little renaissance of all the like playground games that we used to play that we've kind of moved away from because they're childish. So we play a lot of hide and seek and duck goose and silly things like that in between our discussion groups, and I've really enjoyed that because it's like just a simple way to be like playful and fun again and not take yourself too seriously. And I appreciate a space where I can just like act like a kid and be respected as an adult at the same time. I definitely do see when I'm home coming to visit, coming to services, because I still know a lot of people here, and I'd like to stay connected with a community that I feel like cares about me. I think it's a great balance of like spirituality in kind of a unique way, where it's being able to talk about your thoughts and your beliefs among a group of your peers with advisors who mostly are just there to listen, but can also give really great advice. And then it's also just an awesome space to have fun and let loose a little bit if you have a stressful week. So I feel like it finds a good balance of like, it's a really enjoyable space, but it's also a space to share how you're feeling and be honest with yourself and the people around you and feel like you're heard and cared about. I really like the coming of age program. I think it's super cool. Unfortunately, when I actually wrote my credo statement, it was like March 2020. So that part of it wasn't great for me, but in the lead up, being able to visit Boston and learn all about UU history was super cool, and visit with a bunch of other congregations and see that like even within a small religion like this, there's a lot of diversity and the different types of churches and stuff and communities and congregations. So I thought that was awesome. And I also just like being able to kind of think deeply about like, what do I believe, and not having like it told to me in a sense, like, oh, do you believe in God? Do you believe in God or not? Like the things that we're kind of told that matter in religion, like, what do you think happens after death? Do you believe in a God? Whatever. Like, that's kind of takes a backseat in coming of age, and it's more about like, how do you think we should relate to each other and treat people? And it's more kind of like interpersonal beliefs. And I thought that was really great to be able to explore with people my age. And yeah. So during the pandemic, youth group went to Zoom. We played a lot of online games, which was fun. We still had to go to touch groups, which I really liked, because it was like, the world is exploding. You can have a minute, you can calm down, just have some fun with friends, talk about your feelings. And then coming into 2021, I still wasn't going to school. I didn't go to school for like an entire year. But youth groups started meeting in person in the parking lot. We were all masked, 6 feet apart, but we were still able to play games and have a fun time. We got a like huge microphone so we could like shout across the parking lot at each other. And you know, it was a little scuffed because like the wind would pick up, don't get pebbles in our eyes. But it was a lot of fun still, and you know, we were able to keep community, keep a lot of people coming. I don't think our numbers really dropped between COVID and now, which is awesome. And definitely like fully returning to being like inside with each other, getting to sit next to each other was really nice. And yeah, I would say like it wasn't that big of a change this year because I feel like we never really lost the aspect of youth group, but it is nice having more options about what we can do together and really be able to like spend a long time together. Like we started doing events like lock-ins again, where we basically have a group sleepover. We couldn't do that for COVID, and so that's been really great to be able to do step outside of just our Sunday night meetings.